Hey guys, it's Smithy here. Welcome back to the brand new Gamers Podcast, episode 8, I believe it is. It's just me and Steven, yet again.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
I do believe it's episode 8. If it's not, then it's episode 7. It's one of the two. We should actually remember... it's episode 8. There we go.
Yeah.
Alright.
After last week, I don't want to think about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, last week was almost like nearly 2 hours, but yet me and Steven were still on the Skype call 5 hours later.
Yeah, getting owned by Siri.
Oh man, the messed up. You got fucked over.
I know, majorly.
Right, I'm gonna kick this off with some Grand Theft Auto news, but not news, but kind of a rumor. A YouTube user has been looking in the codes, and he's found a source code that points towards a single-player zombie pack DLC.
Yeah, I read an article about that. Yeah, they were saying they were trying to get zombies into GTA 5. They should put it online as well, but that'd be awesome. Oh.
I mean, it would be awesome, and I also read something that Trevor may feature in it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a single-player zombie DLC, so I'm pretty sure if it's single-player, then all the characters in the story mode you would assume would be able to play, well, would feature in it. Online, kind of depends if the previous gen can handle that. I don't know. It depends how this zombie game mode plans to go. I mean, you've really got to look at, what are they going for? They're going for like a wave spam, or they're going for like a
just open world.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean, what would you like to see personally? Like, what would be a good idea for a zombie game in GTA 5?
I think they should incorporate it into both online and single player.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do it in single player, they could make kind of like how Red Dead did with Undead Nightmare and have a whole separate storyline with that. But then online, enter like a world, like a whole separate like world, just as a zombie nightmare or apocalypse.
Yeah, what I'm kind of picturing is if they do it online, I think what they need to do is they need to make all the guns that are available in the ammo shop like buyable weapons, so you can buy them in the game or in the map or whatever in this game mode. And then whether or not you go out into the streets and zombies come in, or whether it's like a deathmatch, and there's that one little campaign, that one little online feature where a load of hitmen come after you, isn't there? And you're in like a
survival.
Survival. If they do it like that, but with zombies,
that would be pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that technically already zombies just with humans?
Except, and they're shooting at you.
Yeah,
they're trying to kill you.
Unless they just keep that as that and just have this as a single player DLC. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, when everyone hears the name zombies and DLC or zombie game mode, everyone just reverts to Call of Duty Zombies, and it's like, oh, they need to be like Treyarch, they need Pack-a-Punch, they need to be able to get their high rounds.
If it's Rockstar, it needs to be like Undead Nightmare. If they could make the Zombies DLC for either online or single player like Undead Nightmare, Rockstar has a very good mode on their hands, because if it's good as that, there's a seller right there.
Well, yeah, going into next gen as well, how they'll be able to develop the mode. But speaking of Red Dead Redemption, I think we may have mentioned it a couple of weeks on the podcast.
I think we have.
About it getting an update. But I mean,
no, I don't think we did actually.
I mean that game's like 4 or 3 years old, maybe more.
Something like
And
that.
Rockstar recently updated it, and I've always said, why can't there be a Rockstar of Call of Duty? Rockstar do everything right, that they hit a home run with almost every game that comes out. They stand by their old ones. They support them until, they were still supporting GTA 4 until GTA 5 came out. They hit a home run with every game that they invest.
Yeah, no game that has come out has flopped. They're just...
And that they hate hackers. That they do not let hackers win. Every hacker that everyone that's doing glitches or money hacks, etc., is getting banned. They just banned this week a lot of YouTubers. They just got them shut down. Their channels shut down and banned on GTA 5 forever.
I know Rockstar. I think the Call of Duty guys need to take a couple pages out of Treyarch's book.
Out of Treyarch's book, what?
No, out of Rockstar's book.
Definitely, man. I mean, if there was, see, this is the thing with Sledgehammer coming in as well this year. If Sledgehammer can actually really get into a system where they actually support their game, they could really make a big name for themselves in the Call of Duty. Because let's face it, every new Call of Duty that comes out, or every new game will have issues. It will have bugs. It's gonna have glitches. I understand that things need to take time to become, to learn coding and whatnot. But it's not just about that for me. It's the fact that this is probably Call of Duty, probably the biggest gaming franchise right now, and you can't afford to mess that shit up. And when it's unplayable for 2 months, 3 months, it's not
good at all.
It's not good for the business. It's not good for the name. It's not good for the branding. Just get it fixed. But I mean, Rockstar just treat their game owners proudly. I mean, you can buy a game of Rockstar's. You pay £50 or $50. You know exactly what you're getting, and it's a bargain because you should quite frankly pay, I don't know, Rockstar with all the DLC that they give. I mean, they haven't gave paid DLC out for GTA 5 yet.
Yeah,
free DLC. I mean, you can buy credit card things in there to give you money for
shark cards.
Yeah, but I mean, if that was EA, there would be fucking microtransactions all over that shit. But no, Rockstar want their games to succeed, and I guess, you make this thing once every 4 years or 5 years. I guess you sort of have to accept the fact that people don't come to your game to buy microtransactions. That they come for what they got in the last one. Although, I mean, if Rockstar brought in paid DLC and they made it so that you could access all the older GTAs in the map, that just in single player. Because they are bringing back missions from older GTAs. So if they brought back the ability to go back to the original GTAs or players' characters, buy a selectable character, I'd buy some of that. I really do love the aspect that that could rock into pretty much.
Yeah.
So, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer reveal is August the 11th. This week, we'll say this week because it's not the end of the week yet. They gave a Sledgehammer revealed a 5-second multiplayer teaser, and it showed a guy running from a guy, and then he jetpacked and jumped up and landed behind him, and then killed him.
It's Titanfall all over again.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be
just that one line you told me, and it's already screaming Titanfall.
Yeah, I mean, but they say this has been in development for 3 years, but then again, people say, oh, Titanfall's only been out for a year, but I mean, Titanfall was developed as well. You know, Titanfall has had years in development as well. You can't just make a game in a year.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to do all the coding, get voice actors for your campaign. Then you got to get you got to code multiplayer.
Not just that. I mean, if you can't make a game in a year because you have to make the game. You have to physically make the game, and then if something goes wrong, you need to adapt. You need to adjust the things that are going on. You need to fix the solutions as to what's going wrong, or if the story doesn't make sense, or if something doesn't work quite well or doesn't gel well, you need to fix it. So it takes, I'd say about a year and a half to 2 years, maybe 2.5 years at the most, to make a good, solid, reliable game. So, tune into that. That's going to be at, I think it's Gamescom, the next event, and it's actually going to be multiplayer playable. So if you are going to that, you will have the option to play Advanced Warfare's multiplayer.
Let us know in the comments if it's going to be another Titanfall or it's going to be another Ghost. We want to know so I can crack on it.
And it's going to be interesting to see where Sledgehammer takes this Call of Duty, because I know for a fact, I know 100%. I've been watching a load of videos this week that have been made by big YouTubers requesting that the older CODs get a remake for next gen. Now, if you're already smart enough to jump on the bandwagon, you'll realize that Activision love money, and Activision will do almost anything to get money.
Oh no, they'll do this. They will just copy and paste all the game files to next gen. They'll put it in one large disk. They'll charge $100 for the whole thing, and say, "Okay, pay up."
Nah, they will. They have to put COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2. Up until Black Ops 2, they have to put the best maps, or all of the maps in, most of the guns, most of the perks, get around the noob tubes, and make it into one game. And it has to be done. The next gen power's there. Or you have to sell them separately. The older CODs will die out on console. They will be shut off. It's only a matter of time before Sony say, look, sorry PS3 users, but the servers have to go, and I remember this year the Call of Duty servers were only just saved by Activision. So, I mean, Activision will, and also what Activision do is that they tend to copy Halo, and as soon as that Halo remake comes out with all Halo 2 and Halo 1 and Halo 3 or whatever it is, maps.
They'll do the same with Call of Duty.
Yeah, everyone will be like, oh look, Halo did this. Activision catch up and do this. I think Activision just want to release Sledgehammer's game and Destiny, and then it won't be long before you see their older games hit the store, because everyone's been wanting them to be fixed. Everyone who has a PS3 or Xbox 360 wants those games to be fixed. And also for Call of Duty Ghost, they decided to bring back shipments.
Really?
Yeah, but they've totally wrecked it.
Oh boy, yeah, that's not a surprise.
I mean, I think it's that bad that you should go look at what shipment used to be, and then look at the new shipment. I will send you a picture. Let me find it.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Now, it should be. Now, everyone loves Shipment. Shipment was a lot of fun, but they have they've totally fucked up. I believe. Now, this is a part of shipment. Now, this is a new shipment. I'll drop it in on the Skype, and you can just see from that image that they totally just destroyed shipment. That's an image from the shipment remake.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Loading your precious image.
I think that is. I think it's called Showtime, the new shipment is.
What?
Yeah, Showtime is a reimagined version of COD 4's shipment set in a futuristic death arena.
It looks like I'm watching Saw. Not playing a Call of Duty map or a remake of a map.
See, here's something I don't like. I've mentioned it plenty of times before, just in general, and probably on the podcast once or twice. You know, if you're gonna make remakes of maps, don't overdo it, because every map that you bring out and you remake and you remade and you redesigned, the map feeling, the map quality, the map that we fell in love with on the original game just loses. You know, it goes out. You know, you go on COD Ghost, they remade Skid Row.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They remade Skid Row and they remade Dawn, and they also did Favela. I've not played one of them. Favela, they didn't change too much from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Scrapyard, they totally fucked up, and Dome, they totally fucked up, and Shipment, they've totally fucked up. Mm-hmm. Now, if they'd have just brought exactly the same map, not changed a single thing, maybe a few spawns just to fit in with the Call of Duty Ghost rhythm, I guess, you know, change a few spawns and whatnot, and kept the whole map layout, put it into like a more HD texture, maybe I would have actually brought those map packs, because although I hate Ghost, everyone is saying that Ghost is changing for better with the DLC packs, you know.
That's a lie.
Well, you know, a lot of people have said, you know, Ghost isn't that bad. If you play Ghost DLC, the maps are better than the standard maps. Which I kind of believe is true, because, you know, they are a lot smaller than the original maps. Now, this is something interesting, not about... Oh yeah, we've also got more COD news. 2 Naughty Dog developers have joined Infinity Ward as well this week. Now, Naughty Dog, you know, they always make great games.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully these 2 people that have joined Infinity Ward can really shed the light and just say, look, your colours in this game... You know, Naughty Dog has some beautiful, good-looking games.
Wasn't it The Last of Us? They made that.
Yeah, I've been playing that on the PS4 this week. My God, it is literally like a TV show. Like, it looks so good.
I bet.
It looks amazing. Actually, The Last of Us is this week's gameplay for the PS4.
All right.
And it looks amazing. Although it's not completed, you know, there's only a certain amount of time me and Stephen can do on the podcast. We can't pretty much go through the whole Last of Us walkthrough. But talking about the gameplay, last week I messed up with the COD 4. I was tired, and I may have put them in the wrong areas and whatnot. You know, but... I also messed up with file names as well, but this week I made sure that the gameplay was recorded in time for the podcast, well, before the podcast, and, you know, I put all the numbers in and said, you know, part 1, part 2, part 6, part 1, you know, so it's all lined up. And, you know, Last of Us I've never played, so if I do die in silly places, or I may walk around and you know, look for certain things just to get a feel for the game. You know, that's what people don't understand. Like, people who upload like gameplay tutorials and whatnot, they dive straight into the game. But like, when you're new to the game and before you even think about hitting record, you just want to look around the game and see what's what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone dies in a single player game.
Yeah, everybody does. I mean, a lot of big YouTubers, even when they do die, they want to be an ass and edit
Put
it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's really bad. I mean, I really don't think people should mind. I mean, look, if you go watch Call of Duty, how many times do you see a guy die? Maybe 5, 10, 15 times. It's what it is. You're going to watch a guy die 15 times in Call of Duty. What if he dies 15 times in a campaign?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, this is another thing that pisses me off about large YouTubers. They handpick. You'll see every gameplay that they upload. They go 89 and 50.
Oh,
89 and like 1
Yeah.
against a shitload amount of people.
Yeah.
But how many gameplays did it take them to get to that?
Yeah.
This is why I don't like large YouTubers, because...
Well, here's the thing as well. I mean, large YouTubers, they'll often say, I'm in Ground War, come and join me. And that lures all the bad players. Because all the bad players are like, oh my god, it's whoever, oh my god. And they're too busy giving this guy, like, interviews and go, so, what's your favourite YouTube video? Who's your favourite YouTuber? What's your favourite video? Everything like this. And they're just distracted by interviewing the YouTuber. The YouTuber's just like, I'll just kill you, Oh, wait, I'm on a 20 kill streak. Oh, wait, I'm on a 50. Oh, wait, yeah.
Yep,
Let me upload that and show how good I am. Yeah, that's one thing about YouTubers. But, I mean, people die in games sometimes. I mean, I'm not really one to go edit the shit out, If I die, I die.
It happens. Deal with it.
I mean, it's not as if... Just imagine if you lived your life on playing every single game, and if you died once, you just snapped that game. You'd be fucking bankrupt by now, because everyone dies.
Yeah.
I don't think there hasn't been one game where I haven't died in.
Yeah, it's rare when somebody doesn't die in it, but...
I mean, I remember getting so pissed off in Frogger when I used to die at the end, but
Frogger?
Yeah, Frogger, the old PS1 game. That game was amazing.
I actually never played Frogger.
Oh my god.
I played mostly NASCAR and Crash Bandicoot.
No. Oh yeah, so we're going to know about PlayStation. They just released this PlayStation Now. It's in open beta in America right now. PS4. It has comes with like more than 100 games. Now, a few people are saying that the pricing of these games is set reasonable, but Sony is saying, give us your feedback. Give us your negativity, because we're listening to everyone. We want to have an improved system and everything like this. But one of the only problem is that these 100 games that are available are all PS3 games. Now, for me,
some of them I've seen were PS1, but that was just in beta.
I mean, for me, you've got to really go to the classics. You've got to bring back all the PS1 and PS2 games. I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, you're going to make tons of money off this. If they get this right, they will make tons, because people will be renting games, and there's also going to be subscription games as well that you can sign up for. But I just wanted to wish PlayStation well, because I'm kind of supporting Sony with the whole PS4. I supported them with the PS3. I wanted them to get better. I admit that the PS3 wasn't great as to how much it cost. But I do believe the PS4 is worth its money, and I do think Sony will hit a home run with this, and I truly do want them to. But how long do you think the next gen consoles will last for?
I think the next, I don't know, I get that feeling. It seems like if you'd see the lifespan of each cycle, I'm just going to use the reference for the PlayStation. I actually don't even know when the PlayStation 1 came out, but I'm going to use the PlayStation 2 as an example.
Wasn't it 1990 something?
I think it was like 1999.
Might have been 97, I think. I'm going to Google
97. Yeah. And then, I think it was either 1997 or 98, one of the two. I was born like right near that date, or right near in those years.
Oh, it came out on December the 3rd, 1994 in Japan, but the console was released in North America and Europe in September 1995.
Alright, so the PlayStation 2 lasted 11 years to when the PlayStation 3 came out in 2000.
Well, the PlayStation 2 came out on March the 4th in 2000.
Oh, that's when the PlayStation 2 came out?
Yeah.
So the PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3 was what? Like 5-6 years?
The PlayStation 3 was released on
2007, right? Or 2006?
The console was officially announced in 2005 and released at the end of 2006.
Okay, so we'll just count that as 2006.
So 6 years was the PS2.
And then the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4, that was from 2006 to 2013, so that was 7 years.
Yeah.
It seems like each game cycle goes from either 5 to 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. But if you notice, PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, 5 years. 2 to 3, 6 years. 3 to 4, 7 years. 4 to 5, 8 years possibly. So maybe it gets larger.
No, I don't think it does. I think it decreases, and here's why. Because I believe now that we are in the gaming industry that we are in is worth billions now. Back in those days, it wasn't worth that much. There wasn't really that many gamers around. There was millions, but there wasn't billions. There are billions of gamers around, and I think other competition is going to stir this up. I think, Nintendo, if they brought out a game console that was, powerful enough to compete with the PS4 and the Xbox One, just because of Mario and everything they have, they would get some fans. I also think the way technology goes, the way technology is, I think people will be wanting better consoles more and more. I really do think the PS4 and the Xbox One could have come out next year rather than this year. I felt as if the PS3 and the Xbox 360 had another year in them.
So yeah, it wouldn't have hurt, but
or they should have sent them out in development kits. But I mean, I think I'm gonna say less than 5 years, because
really, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 2015. The technology in 5 years. Game developers who are making games want to be making their games on the best possible platform and the best possible technology. And in 5 years down the line, I think there's going to be something big in the gaming industry. How powerful will PCs be then? How powerful will, you can play tablet games and they're pretty powerful. Tablets are really powerful now. And the PS4 is great, but I don't think, apart from the RAM being a lot better and the hard drive, etc., the core basics of the console, I don't think too much was really that much changed with the PS4, apart from the key ingredients to stepping it up a level. But I mean, I just think in 5 years' time, it's going to come down to money, and people will. The way technology is growing, I just don't imagine the PS4 being there. I kind of feel as if there will be a new gaming machine that will just, like the Steam box. If the Steam box takes off, the Steam console, if they take off,
I just don't know. I don't see the Steam box going nowhere. Possibly, but I don't see it really exactly going to.
It depends how good the controller is.
That's another thing. Yeah.
I mean, they were delayed. They were due to come out this year, and whatnot. But there are consoles right now that are being developed that are making their own games every day. Like, no one is no game developers. The games consoles themselves are programming the games.
Mm-hmm.
And, technology in 5 years, it's, where will gaming be in 5 years? You just can't say, because it gets more and more unbelievable every year.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the PlayStation is outselling the Xbox by a ratio of 3 to 1. Sony recorded combined PS4 and PS3 sales of 3.5 million between the months of April and June of this year. Mm-hmm.
Man, well, Microsoft, I want to get your ass in gear, buddy.
Well, yeah, they did announce they were going to announce something at Gamescom, but I think that's just games coming.
Probably they're probably just gonna say, oh, yeah, we're just gonna release a game that's just gonna have its 5 minutes to fame and then die.
Yeah. Oh, here's something to rant about. You never guessed what the supposedly Ubisoft is doing to fuck off its fans.
Really? What are they trying to do?
There are rumours going around that there has been a previous gen version, a brand new Assassin's Creed just listed for PS3 and Xbox 360. Just only listed for that, so it's only coming out on those two consoles. That is just a dick move, because there's a brand new Assassin's Creed coming out on all consoles this year, and that other one is due to be released next year, but early next year, I think.
I don't know. I know the new Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm curious to see what that game has to offer, but.
Yeah, but why? What stands out for you?
It doesn't. I don't play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you interested to see? What it can offer? Like, what key bit?
I just want to see how they can do things different from every other Assassin's Creed.
But here's the thing. I mean, Assassin's Creed for me, I lost interest in it like around 2 and 3. 2 and 3.
The third one.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone who's interested in next gen is questioning whether online co-op mode is the future. Being able to do the campaign with friends is that the key to importancy in a next gen game, because you weren't allowed to do that on previous gen. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
But I think that would be really good. I mean, imagine if you could play Grand Theft Auto with 3 friends and you're all one character and you're doing the story mode together.
That'd be neat.
But I guess you can't do that because they all come at different parts. But that would be the same with Assassin's Creed, I guess, as well. Everyone gets a selective character. But it's going to be interesting. I've actually got a Windows 8 rant this week.
I'm not surprised, because Windows 8 I'm surprised you haven't ran on that sooner, but please, go ahead.
Right, my PC this week. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Ooh, right, I'm sitting there on my PlayStation 4, and my Elgato says, is the Elgato connected? So I pull my PC out nice and gently, because it's got cables in and whatnot, and the cords, and I put it in, put it in right, and it comes on, and then my PC comes up and says, something's failed, and it just shuts off. So I'm thinking, what the fuck's failed? So I'm thinking, like, did I accidentally, like, pull out the power cord a bit? And it just shut down automatically. I started back up, right, and it says, preparing for automatic, not restore, but preparing for automatic fix. And Windows 8 has this glitch where if you get into that, there's no way of getting out of it. It's a fix boot. What you have to do is you have to put the Windows 8 CD in, recovery CD, and
Jesus
wipe
Christ.
your PC.
Oh,
Or
okay.
you can use an old backup. But eventually I managed to get around it because I just shut it off. I guess mine was stuck in a load-up boot and it sort of glitched out. But I was constantly trying to get this out. I sat there for a good hour, just turning on and on and on, and it was just going, preparing, and then after that it would restart again and go preparing, and then it would go through all the coding shit and act as if it was doing something, and then it'd just go, oh, failed, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my PC? So I do a bit of Googling, because that's what everyone does when they have a PC issue. Google's your best mate.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems millions, hundreds of people have had this issue before, and Microsoft have never thought to change it. And here's the fucking stupid bit.
The kicker?
Right? Yes, here is the kicker. Now, Windows 7, every Windows version has, when you get fucked over, when you fuck up your PC, you can go into safe mode, or you can go into safe moding with network, or you can perform, get yourself onto like a system restore, launch it in safe mode, etc. Here's the fucking thing with Windows 8, because it starts up that fast, and you can't do that because it starts up so fast, right? They have disabled the command keys to get up safe mode, so you can't get into safe mode unless you are on the PC, and then you still have to go to CMD and enable a custom thing, enable things. But the startup is that fast that as soon as that power button goes off, it's already loaded the start menu, right? The start menu is already there, pretty much. You can press like Control and F11 or F12 or F8. It's one of them, and you'll get like options up, but there's no safe mode there. It's just like all your like normal settings to change things. There's nothing there. The startup is that quick that Microsoft accidentally forgot about safe users who occasionally their computer gets messed up. They fucked safe mode over with Windows 8, and I think it's fucking dumb as shit to do that.
I mean, all I can really say is,
well, yeah,
that's why I bought a Mac.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I got my PC back. I turned it on after about half an hour, unplugged everything, put it all back in, and it worked. And then I was like scared to turn it off, and I was like, I'm not turning it off in case it fails again, because if it fails, I'm fucked. Like, I'm gonna have to get some PC genius to get me out of this boot, because I don't have the recovery disk. I don't have any backups, and I cannot be bothered to sit here and cry over losing my hardware and watch it be wiped. So
I mean, most people don't even have a backup. That's the problem with Windows. They think everybody backs their shit up. They don't. That's why I like the Mac's Time Machine. It's simple. It's not complex like a goddamn with Windows.
Why? What is the Time Machine?
Time Machine pretty much is right. It's slapped right at the top right corner of your desktop on your Mac. Pretty much,
you
if you
drag files in.
well, that'd be like a SoundCloud or something like that. But no, what you would do is you would hook up like a hard drive to it, like an empty hard drive you're not using, and then you would hit hit your you would press it kind of looks like a clock, but then it has like an arrow, like an arrow going around it.
Yeah.
Click it, you hit Enter Time Machine, and then Time Machine, it's gonna open. Oh wait, no, whoops, I hit the wrong thing. I'm like a jackass. No, you don't want to enter Time Machine.
Get fucked over by Mac this week, eh?
I did that wrong. You want to open Time Machine preferences. You want to open the preferences, and then it's going to give you a menu. It's going to tell you what disk that they want, or what hard drive, what you want to use on it, and then you can just back your files up if you wanted to. But it's pretty simple. And then
you can do system restore without an issue. I mean, it's just kind of annoying to have like Windows 7 and even like Windows 95 and Windows 2000. They have gone down in some of the greatest software things. Like noted. Like the operating system has always been high, but yet Windows 8 comes out and it's just like, what? And they're going to do the same that they did for Windows 8 for what they did for Windows 9, but have a complete start menu. I think Windows 8.1 has a start menu, but not really that much. But they're keeping all like the touchscreen apps on the side and everything like that. I mean, I like it to a certain degree, but I'd rather just have my old platform back.
Yeah, ever since I saw Windows 8, I just said to myself, nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Not again. Not round. I don't want round 2 with Windows. I'm not. I'm tired of spending $40 a month on antivirus. I'm tired of I'm tired of
shit. A month? What are you paying for antivirus?
I pay for the highest antivirus because I don't fuck around with Windows. Or at least I used to pay $40 a month. But yeah.
Well, you get some tough shit in America.
Yeah.
You guys are hardcore.
You don't have to be as hardcore, but I always go hardcore.
Oh, he's hardcore, people.
I'm MLG, baby.
He's even got a knife in his hand right now. That's how hardcore he is.
It's just a handy dandy knife.
Alright. But here's an interesting thing about Sony, getting back onto some gaming news. This EA have come up with this new spanking brand new thing that they want to implement to spank money from people's credit cards.
Oh, I thought you actually meant spanking.
Oh, well, they are spanking. They are spanking little kids into fooling them to buy this, right? That they're making this EA Access. Now, this is a subscription service, so you have to pay this every month.
All right.
And basically what you get is you get buffet-style access to electronic art titles, 10% discounts on all EA's digital Xbox One contents, and 5 days worth of early access to major EA releases. Now, they did ask Sony if they wanted to join this, but Sony fucked them over by saying, the answer is simple, it's not good value. We evaluated the EA Access subscription offering and decided that it does not bring the kind of value PlayStation customers have to our services. A Sony rep told Games Informer PlayStation Plus memberships are up more than 200% since the launch of the PS4, which shows that gamers are looking for memberships that offer a multiple of services across various devices for one low price. We don't think our fans are asking to pay an additional £5 a month for this EA EA Pacific program represented at the PlayStation Gamer. So they don't think it offers good value at all. But Microsoft, of course, and EA having that great relationship they have, and just, spanking money out of people's bank accounts and just flogging them into looseless minds and thinking that, oh, The Sims is going to be great, oh, Titanfall is going to be great. What else have they said that's great? And EA have basically said, we're going to form this Netflix gaming service where we put all our old titles, like probably like Battlefield Bad Company 2, and you can have full access to that game where you can buy it for less than probably $5.
I wouldn't pay that at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds good. It really does. But the thing is, it's never, ever, ever going to get like brand new services, like brand new games. Like none of the brand new games are going to come into that. Battlefield Hardline won't go into that. Exclusive access or play early. Titanfall 2 won't go into that. I guarantee it. I mean, EA is one of these companies that have good ideas, but they just employ them wrong. That they do something wrong. It's like they have it all figured out, and then one man comes in and says, "You know what? It's missing microtransactions." And then EA just say, "That's a great idea, Bill. You go, Bill. Let's go get them." I mean, it's so dumb. I mean, why would you even put microtransactions in a game? I mean, who wants to buy a game and then buy more stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I can understand DLC, but, like, really? Camos and everything like that? Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stephen, here's a question I want to know. Have you got a terrible neighbor next door story? Like, what is a terrible thing that your next door, any neighbors in your lifetime have done?
Oh, tried to come over and fight the folks, literally.
Really?
Yeah, man. When I used to live in the shitty trailer park, man, I used to have all types of asshole neighbors. Wanted to come over and do one thing, wanted to come over and fight you. I mean, that didn't work all that well for the neighbors, but...
I've got mine aren't as good as that, but I used to have a next door neighbor. Me and my family, we used to call him either Psycho Ronnie or Mad Ronnie. Pretty much because I was always in the garden kicking the ball, and we owned this fence. And
why do I feel I think I know this? This sounds familiar, but go ahead.
Okay, and I was always kicking the ball at the fence, and he's like shouting at me, saying, "You can't kick a ball there, you can't do this, it's my fence," and everything like this. And I'm just like, hey, that fence has been there longer than you've been in that house, We own that fence, pretty much, because we've been there longer. And he's like, yeah, but you ruined my house property, and you're ruining my value of my house. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm still going to kick the ball because it's my garden, and I was football crazy, having fun as you do as a child, and he just keeps on having a go at me, and one day it just comes to the point where he's knocking on my front door and expecting my dad to pay for damages because he's got all paper in his fence panels from me kicking a ball, and my dad just tells him to fuck off. I've also got one. I've got like a kind of like a paedophile next door neighbor living right next to me. Not like a a pedophile, and like he's not exactly a pedophile, but he's kind of spooky
It's kind of
in a
odd.
way. Yeah. Like, he's just old, and he's like, do you want to go for a canoe trip? You know, do you want to go out? We should go to
Oh,
auctioning
God.
houses.
I had one of those neighbors too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's...
Weird.
Yeah. Okay, so, what things from the past would you like to see make a comeback?
Cheaper everything.
Cheaper everything? That's a good one.
Our economy
Everything
is shit.
used to be cheaper.
Yeah, our economy is absolute shit. Or at least our economy is. I don't know how your
Oh,
economy
ours is as well. I mean, look, it used to cost, from where I live, from where I used to live, it used to cost 60 pence on a bus to go to, like, half an hour away. Now it costs almost £2.
Okay, so I'm gonna say pence are what we say as
Cents.
change. Cents,
Cents,
yeah, cents.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
But also, with that question, you know, what was hot? I mean, in my days at school on the playground, it was all about pogs. Pogs and keenies, you know, playing pogs. You don't know what pogs are, do you?
Nope.
Ah, man. Yeah, pogs are amazing. They used to do, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pogs. They used to do Pokemon Pogs. It was amazing. Like, it's phenomenal game, Pogs are. Pretty much what you do is they're just like, well, they started off with like plastic, well, not plastic, like cardboard, and basically you just put them in like your index finger and your thumb, and there'll be other pogs on the floor, and you just throw your pog at them, and how many you flip over, or you get to keep your pogs. So at school, we would play for keeps. You know, how many pogs you flip over, you keep, even if that was your best mate, you kept them. And keenies are like a stronger metal, and you know you used to get like really good keenies, and I used to have loads of them. Oh god, pogs, and the original Pokemon as well. That was hot on its day. I'd like to see that make a comeback, but like especially like with a 3DS, maybe get that on there. The original Pokemon, none of this like fucking make up fucking names Pokemon just for the money every year and just destroy it. So apart from that, I was gonna say, you know, you get those two-wheeler scooters where you can just put your foot down and just
what those shoes that you put the wheels in, or
no, not those. They're you have one foot on the scooter, and then you just have the other one kicking the floor, like a push and go scooter. Yeah. You know, they used to be popular in my days, and now they've all of a sudden came back.
I see that too every once in a while.
They never used to be as popular as they are now. Same with skateboards as well.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like all of a sudden, you know, skateboards they're all the rage, and I never understood it.
Yeah. I always used to have a fear of skateboarding.
I just couldn't do it. I'd fall on my ass every time.
I tried, but I mean my coordination isn't really the best.
Yeah, I mean I've tried it multiple times, and I fall on my ass every time, so I don't do it.
Okay, now going on from that question, obviously just change a little bit of that into this question. What games from the past would you like to see make a comeback?
Oh, definitely. I'd like to see Crash Bandicoot games come back.
Yeah.
Those were the shit.
Hmm. Any PS1 or any PS2 game, every PS2 and every PS1 game, sorry, needs to come back. HD remake on the PS4. Every Call of Duty needs a remake. Every game that was fucking awesome needs a remake. Even the Simpsons Hit and Run, or Simpsons Hit and Run 2. Why is that not a thing yet? God, I mean, you would think that there would be a number 2. I mean, that game was awesome.
For how successful that game was, yeah.
What is a product that you refuse to buy the low quality version of?
I'd have to say controllers.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've had my fair share of cheapy ass controllers. And it's not a good experience every time.
I mean, I've had, you can buy them off Amazon, pretty cheap. And I just used to buy them just because when I was younger, I used to think, oh wait, that one's cheaper, it'll still be okay, it just won't be the official Sony one. And then like a month later, that one's broken, you have to buy another one, and then another month goes by, and then you realise, I could have just brought the official Sony one, and that would have lasted me 2 years. But I'll also go on the fact that, you know, I don't buy controllers used. You know, it has to be brand new.
I don't buy anything used.
I buy used games sometimes.
I don't like buying used. I don't like it, but if it's like the only thing there, and it's the only thing available, then yeah, force to.
Well, here's the thing over here. At my local game shop, I know that every console and every game physically gets tested by him. And if it doesn't work, then he doesn't sell it.
Yeah, where's GameStop when you need them?
Yeah.
That's the problem about GameStops over here in the U.S. Pretty much all they say is, okay, we got this game. We don't know if it's going to work. We don't care. We'll bag it, tag it, sell it to somebody, and then it'll probably come back to us in a week.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a few GameStop crazy stories where they've brought a game... like used, and the game's disc isn't even in there.
And then I've heard other stories of.
I have one of those stories actually. My auntie's partner was at it's either Sainsbury's or Tesco, which is pretty much the equivalent to like a Walmart or something, like, you know, not like a sense of like they're cheap. It's just, you know, that they're both like the same sort of shop. And he brought a brand new Xbox One game, or it may have been 360. I know he has both. And he brought one, and it actually turns out that even through the packaging sealing, the game's CD wasn't in there. It had actually been replaced with a album CD. So he brought a game and got a CD, album CD, and he tried to take it back, but of course they wouldn't allow him because the game was brand new sealed.
It's GameStop all over again.
And they were saying that no, there's no way that this has happened because the game was sealable. You've obviously taken it out and tried to con us, and whatnot. But you know, where I live, the game shop near me, I know the guy, so I get my games early. I know that every game I trade in, you know, gets tested. I know every game I can buy gets, you know. I don't buy used games that often, but I mean, if it's something old, like the last used game I brought was probably World at War.
Yeah, a lot of the old cards I bought and used, and they still work. My God.
Yeah, but if it was a brand new game coming out, or if I was like taking a gamble with a brand new game, like I'm probably not gonna pay the full price for Destiny. I'm probably gonna get that pre-owned because I don't want to pay 60. I don't want to pay 50 quid for Destiny and then be let down. if I get it used for about, I don't know, 40 or 30, I'll be okay about that. But I'll probably just get the full version anyway, like day one. Pretty much. I'll say this, but you know. But what older games? I think you've got to pretty much. There's too many games to value in this question. But I can definitely say every game on PS1, every game on PS2, all the older cards.
I mean, I've had my fair share of problems at GameStop. I mean, do you guys even have GameStops over there in England, or?
No, we have a game which is the equivalent to GameStop. But when I say my game shop, I don't mean game as in what I just told you. I mean like a local game shop.
Oh, so it's a locally owned.
Yeah, it's not. It's lucky. Not. Yeah.
Yeah. See, here's the problem. All right, here in America, you don't. It's rare if you find a locally owned, game shop. Because all you see are GameStops and many GameStops. Well, I've had a couple stories. One of them was when I went to the COD Ghost Midnight Release with David, and we both had our pre-order receipts. Well, I didn't have one. Dave didn't have one. But, we gave him our card and they printed out the receipt. He's like, you mind if we just get together? He's like, you gotta have your own parent. He's like, why, are you here alone? I'm like, no, I'm with Dave's mother. I'm like, well, sir, you can't do that because you gotta have your own parent here. I'm like, you motherfucker. And it's 11 o'clock too. I'm like,
and the worst thing is that you can't stay in that queue. You can't stand there for the next.
Well, the thing is, see, they gave us a number, okay? They gave us a number. It didn't matter what place we were in line, but they had it in sections. So it didn't matter what time you got there, because everybody's going to be in a line anyway.
Yeah.
All I know is I had to call my fucking house at 11 o'clock at night, tell my mother, Mama, I need you to come here and goddamn come to GameStop or being assholes. And then I got another story. I bought WWE 2K13. That's the first WWE game I've played since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I absolutely hated it. It was not like playing SmackDown vs. Raw. The controls were completely different, and I wasn't prepared to get used to it. I paid like $20 for this game, and I actually was glad about this because I fucked GameStop over on this one. Right? So the first thing is, the first copy I get, the game won't install the game files and the patches. So I take it up to GameStop. They already don't want to give me a new copy because I'm like, I bought it used. I'm like, the game doesn't work. I just got in here. I was just here an hour and a half ago. Take the game back, and I just want a new game disc. I don't want nothing else. So they give me a new game disc. I'm like, okay, thank you. Hopefully I won't be back. A day later, receipt, game, here you go. I'm like, funny part about it is, though, he scanned it, right? I got, now, WWE 2K14's $40 new.
You got 20?
I got 40.
Oh.
For returning it.
Damn.
And I only paid 20 for it.
Yeah, but I bet you can. Because it was pretty much brand new value of it.
I mean, it was used, but they gave me a new credit for it, which I don't know why they did that. All I know is,
I mean,
I got $4.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of GameStop stories. There was GameStop did something really bad this week. In
Philadelphia.
Oh no! In all GameStops, I watched a video of Boogie2988.
Yeah, somebody I don't exactly care for on YouTube, but go ahead.
He did a Rage Francis video, because GameStop have released their own credit card.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
And they've released this new gaming credit card, which, if you buy a game you'll be paying twice or three times more than on any other credit card or something like that. You'll get charged twice as much. You'll be paying off like £500 in all total or something like that. And they apparently got a load of hate for that. But over here, you can have your own gaming shop, or you can branch out. Like, of course, if there isn't like a local game shop around, someone can go to game and say, "Hey, look, I want to open one of your stores in this area." They work a deal out and whatnot, which is what they do with GameStop, and most businesses around the world work like that. Or you can open up your own shop, which is what someone I know has done. They have like 3 shops in different areas, and he runs a pretty reliable services, gets games in early, and I'll be looking forward to getting my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare early. So I normally get it a few days early. But I want to get it so early this year. I want to get it like a week early.
I want to get NBA 2K15 like a few months early. Because, I want my PlayStation 4, and I want it now. I want them next-gen graphics, bro.
Those are next-gen graphics. Okay, what is the most painful thing you've ever experienced?
Probably filleting my finger.
Filleting?
Yes, filleting my finger with a knife.
Oh.
Trying to get, when you learn hunting in the U.S. and you get your animals, mostly deer or venison. Yeah, you gotta take the guts out, and if it's a male deer, we got the family tradition: cut the dick off and hang it in a tree.
Yeah, isn't there like a rule that I think it goes with any hunting, but whoever catches their prey gets to cut the valuable parts off, or something like that. Is that not like a tribe tradition in the hunting?
No, that might be some with the Native Americans, but nothing with us Americans. Us Americans, we just go get our whatever we're hunting for, get it, gut it, skin it, go home, eat it.
All right. Most painful thing I've ever been through. I'd probably have to say my broken wrist, and when I had metal pins stuck in my arm, and I had no like tablets to take to ease the pain or anything like that. And this guy just stabs a knife right in my wrist and just yanks these pins out. And I'm 11 at the time.
God damn.
Yeah. Mind you, I would say when I was 2 and I fell out of the highest window in my house, but I didn't really feel the pain. So yeah, I'd say so if you didn't realize there, guys, we had a internet connection error run there. If you did notice, then you're smart. If you didn't, then hey ho, maybe better look next time. So yeah, I would say when I was 2 and I fell out of a window, the highest point of my window in my house. But I didn't really feel the pain there. You didn't really feel pain at 2.
Shock.
Yeah. What is the best made-up fact?
I've never got none for. I got none for this one.
Well, when I say like fact, like what is the best made-up lie that everyone seems to fall for?
Still ain't got nothing for it.
See, I have 2. One I always used to fall for was my mum and dad saying, "Eat your carrots so you can see in the dark." That was
never got none of that.
That was one. And also when you're in like a shopping mall or shopping center, and they say, "Right, if you don't get here now, we're leaving you forever. Won't come back."
Oh, no, I never got that either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can imagine. You're like, "No, no, don't leave me. No, come back. Sorry." What is the most unrealistic expectation many people have?
Get rich and get hot women.
Yeah, I definitely think hot women. Well, I don't think hot women. I just think women in general are the ones
Well,
like.
it's not impossible to get women,
If you
but
no, it's not impossible. But I mean, if you go through high school or secondary school, you get a load of lads just saying, "Oh, I fucked this many girls. I'm gonna fuck this many girls by that year. But when I'm 18, I'm gonna have my car. When I'm 18, I'm gonna be loaded. When I'm 25, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
I'm gonna have my $1 million Lambo."
Yeah. Like, it's great to fucking think like that at the,
Think realistic.
But I mean, you got to be realistic.
Yeah, you're not gonna. I don't care if you're fucking. What's his name? Fucking. I don't know. It doesn't matter if you look like a fucking Hollister model and you're going through high school. You're not gonna fuck You're not gonna fuck every woman you're gonna see.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's pretty difficult to do that kind of stuff. Like literally. I've seen a few people pick up a shit ton of girls, and then I've also seen a lot of people, they'll pick up one and they'll stick there. But I mean, just picking up girls is...
That's reminding me of something.
Oh, care to spill?
No, but it's gonna stay in my thought. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay. But not everyone has the pulling ability, and pulling a lot of women doesn't prove anything. Like, everyone seems to think that like every woman you pull is gonna be the one. It's gonna be the special one. It's like first love at like age 13 or 14.
Love at first sight.
Yeah. Do people still believe that? Like, imagine walking into your first ever year of school and just going, "You're my first girl. Oh, hey, let's go hold hands in the playground." That doesn't happen. Love at first sight
does not work out.
Is an overphrased situation. People have to find out that the hard way.
I mean, this ain't Romeo and Juliet, but...
Oh, God, don't even bring that up. That was, like, the fucking shittest play I've ever... shittest book and movie I've ever watched.
Damn, Smithy. Damn, you're dissing on the homeboy.
Oh, Romeo, take my... Thou shalt love over the cast of Moonlight.
I have to say, though, that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio was absolute ass.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. That's the funniest thing.
Absolutely.
That movie was so bad it was funny. It's like all of a sudden, friggin' dumb bitch is laying in the bed. All of a sudden, it's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then 5 seconds later... 5 seconds later... Pull the gun up.
So dumb, but I mean seriously, like if you are around the age of 13, 15, whatever, or just any age, love at sight probably doesn't really exist. I mean, whatever your first relationship with a girl is, don't expect it to be. There are some cases where they do last forever, but don't expect it to.
Sometimes it happens where they know each other like in school.
Yeah.
They break up, they don't talk for a while, then they meet up with each other down the road. they start going out again, and they find that they were perfect for each other.
Yeah. But I mean, it's very rarely that this kind of stuff happens. I mean, normally you find the one for you,
Very
you
quickly.
know, well, no,
Wait, wait a minute. No, I said that wrong. Never mind. No,
there are, uh, I would say the way you find the girl that's interested in you is if she's interested in the same stuff as you, you know, you get something to talk about, you start a conversation, and there's a connection there, you just get to know each other. That's the way you find the one that's, you know, interested in you. You want to pick the one that
hmm
wants you. Don't go for the pretty girls, because
That's yeah,
the pretty looks don't last forever. You know, 30 years down the line, she
yeah.
may
They're not.
have wrinkles on that face. You know.
hmm Yeah, I saw
You
something like
know,
that on Dr. Phil.
yeah, and it's the same with you know, like weight
Oh,
girls. Like when
that's
people
another.
go for slim and fat girls, you know, like it doesn't matter what size you are. Like love and being happy has nothing to do with the weight size.
Yeah, yeah. Eh, Actually, after we're done this topic, I actually want to talk about something completely not game related, not even.
Oh, okay.
It's very
Okay.
unrelated, but it's repping one of your homeboys. I think. I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Well, we've only got like two more questions anyway. Then we'll just get on to some other topics, I guess, that I
Yep.
haven't written down. But you are forced to fight to death with the last item you purchased. What are your chances? And what item did you last purchase?
Oh, I'd probably have little chance because the last thing I bought was a soda.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but okay. Let's change that. What was the last sort of like physical what was the last sort of like hard material kind of thing that you brought um like something that you could hit someone with? Like I mean,
I'd have
you could beat someone with a soda.
I don't think you'd win, but well, I'd have
Or
to
you could choke
say
them. If you
I
ram it
mean,
down their throat, or you put the straw in their mouth, or you know.
I would have to say probably my crossbow, and then I'd have a very high chance.
Yeah. The last item I brought. Um. Well, today I brought 2 bottles of Lucozade and a bag of Skittles. So I guess I could probably knock someone out by hitting them with a
With the
bottle,
bottle. hmm
and then just hit them countless times with the Skittles and
What to take the
make a
Skittle out and
rainbow.
just throw at them?
Yeah. You know, but I mean, actually, I could actually kill someone with a Skittle if I went to what is that place in France?
Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, if I went to the Eiffel Tower and dropped a Skittle off, the amount of miles per hour it would drop down, it would crack someone's head open, I guarantee. You would though, that high up, and especially with the wind and the gravity pulling it down. You would. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
hmm
So Skittles are very dangerous. They should not be sold to people. Um, but I mean, last physical item that I brought, apart from that, would have been ooh, nothing like food or drink wise. Would probably be. Um, I brought the Last of Us game. I guess I could.
Beat somebody senseless.
Yeah, but I'd probably lose my trade-in value when I complete it.
Yeah, I don't think
The
so.
case would probably be dented and messed up. The cover would have to get reprinted off.
hmm
What is something you will never take seriously?
Oh my god. I'm gonna piss off a lot of demographics here.
Okay, go with it.
Homosexual marriage. I will never take that seriously.
Why?
That's a, that's a goddamn joke to me.
Dude, I went to a wedding today, I need to find out this blonde. I need to find out this bridesmaid's name. She was blonde and she was just the bam. Like, I didn't even concentrate on the wedding. I just spent the whole ceremony and evening just pretty much looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh god, she was just bam.
Okay then.
But she had a kid as well, so she's obviously like a young mum.
Mm-hmm.
A MILF. So I will continue my search, and I shall look on for her.
Jesus Christ.
I do have a name, I just don't have a last name.
Oh my god.
But, blonde girl, if you're watching this, then feel free to comment. Okay, carry on with your homosexual.
I just don't find it serious at all.
Why? Two people who love each other, they get married? What's not the love?
So, see, here's the thing. From the two of us coming from, since we are both straight and like women,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound right when you could imagine homosexuals, especially of the male race, sticking each other's peen hole up each other's arses.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Now to me, when I have this kind of conversation, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me sick to my stomach, you know, like just picturing a penis going in a man's arse.
Oh God! Now
Like,
you're putting that. Now you're gonna discuss me.
You know, and you know, I have I have nothing wrong with gay people.
Oh, I do.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I have nothing against gay people. You want to be gay, be gay. You know, if that's what you're attracted to, then that's what it is. You know, the marriage is kind of like, for years it was wrong to be gay. You were punished for being gay. You can't get married. You can't be seen being serious and everything like this, and you can't bring up a child because it will get bullied, etc.
Oh God, worse.
And you know, I don't see the issue. I do, however, think two guys getting married together is wrong in the sense that if God was real and he created the human race, men and women were supposed to sleep together, make babies, and carry on the human race. No,
two guys were supposed to get together.
No, yeah, but I mean, if that's what you're into,
it's very weird, and
well, it's not very weird. It's very common in 2014 and whatnot. You know, gay rights has become a thing, and you have to value these people. You don't have anything against. Well, you don't have any upness against these people anymore. You know, everyone has equal rights.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I'm not a religious. I'm not a religious person. Okay, so people that are saying I don't like gay people because I'm a man of God, they can kiss my ass because I don't believe in that either. But I just don't like the idea of gay marriage.
I mean, I don't believe in God. I mean, especially since like God spells dog backwards. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's just not right. I mean, that's just a joke. But I mean, I don't believe in God. I explained last week, you know, if someone wanted to, you know, if God wanted to be proven, he'd have outspoken himself by now. He'd have done something drastic and changed something. There's no way that God just came in like a wrecking ball and just clapped his hand and created Earth. There's no way for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that Mary and Joseph were just like aliens and then they became humans and then they had sex and then they created Jesus. And there's no way that three wise men came up and brought presents to some stranger. You know, there might be some shining light in Bethlehem, but who knows?
That's another thing. Well, that's another thing too. It's like the resurrection of Christ. Come on now. They put him in a tomb and put a boulder over it.
Yeah.
Now, come on. Now, do you think a different group of people could have just moved the boulder out of the way?
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, if you're judging God based on the Easter story, no one was there sitting next to the boulder making his movement. So they couldn't have no one wrote down, I've just seen God. I've just seen Jesus move the boulder. You know, no one wrote that down. The Bible is total nonsense in my eyes. There's no way people were walking around with the Bible and writing it page for page. Joseph and Alan or Derek or whatever his name were are following God. You know, there's none of that shit. There was no 12 slaves. There was no fucking whatever. God's just not real in my eyes. But, you know, gay marriage, if you're gay, you're gay. If you're not, then hey. If you are a lesbian, you know, that's kind of kinky, I guess. I can see why, you know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I kind of feel like a lesbian trapped inside a man's body. You know, I'm only attracted to girls too. You know, that's my view. But you know, what is it? You know, that was Oh wait, no, we've got one last question, and then you can get into this topic that you wanted to dash into. What's something you did when you were younger that never fails to make you cringe when you remember it? You know what cringe means, right? It's a highly used word over here.
I don't know. Say yours, and I might think of one.
Something I used to do. God, I used to do a lot of childish things. I guess I just look back on what I said to people and how my actions were to things. Like, I remember, at like Christmas, I as a child, I used to, if I didn't get something, I'd throw a tantrum.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you were like one of those.
Yeah, I was like one of those kids that, you know, if they didn't get something, it was like, I asked this for Christmas, you didn't get it, me.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you learn to love and respect what your parents do and get you.
No, I actually have something similar to that.
Oh.
It's the same exact answer that you had, except it's opposite.
Oh.
My actions back then, and I still act like this today, and it makes me cringe. Because people, I think, don't want to hang around me because of how serious I get. Because, you know, I used to be like, even when I was in like, I guess what we call elementary school, whatever you call that. I mean, it's like I was the quiet
school, I think.
And I was I was always the quiet person. I still am the quiet person. But, you know, when people talk to me, you know, I talk, you know, straight up. I talk serious.
Yeah.
You know, I don't fuck around. I'm not the person to fuck around. You know, that's why I stay out of trouble, and I'm not a hoodlum. But I mean, yeah, that reflects on me today, because it's like, okay, that's what I made a name for myself as, somebody that doesn't like fun, and I don't like fun, barely, sometimes. But yeah, it's like, okay, so that's what people know me as. And that's what a lot of people's opinions are on me, because I act like when I'm here at home to where I'm at school, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
When I'm here, I want to have fun. I want to freaking do what I want to do.
I want to sing. I want to shout.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I want to
But,
scream to the world.
Smithy, stop talking. We'll get a damn DMCA again.
Oh yeah, last week we got a copyright strike. Last week, someone claimed our video, but I won the claim this week.
Yay.
Woo! But yeah, like, sometimes you just look back on your actions and how you reacted to certain things, and you just think, God, was I really like that?
Yeah.
So, what was this topic you had?
Ah, yes. This isn't a really exactly new topic, but I just want to bring it up. I don't know if any of our viewers have seen this, but Smithy, do you know the show Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay?
I've heard of it, and I've watched a few episodes of it.
Would you have particularly see the episode with the restaurant Amy's Baking Company?
No, not that one. But I have watched Gordon Ramsay's. Gordon Ramsay's kind of like a big thing over here,
Yeah,
TV wise.
He's your hometown boy.
Yeah, but I will give you this. There is a excellent Gordon Ramsay remix of a Skyrim video.
But what I'll have
There
to do,
is.
I'll have to link you.
Have you seen that?
No, you link me to that, and I'll link you to this
Oh,
episode
okay.
with Amy's Bakery. But I'm just gonna kind of go cut
Yeah,
through
go
this.
ahead. Yeah.
All right, so pretty much Amy's Baking Company is a little small time bakery / restaurant that's in Scottsdale, Arizona, in America,
Mhm.
with with the two owners who are husband and wife. I forget what their names are. I know the one name is Sammy, and then you get the crazy Amy. It's called Amy Baking Company. I have watched it. I remember that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much with Amy and Sammy. I forget their last names because it's like a big ass last name. And Gordon Ramsay was going there under the impression that they needed help. Well, he goes there, and that's what he does on Kitchen Nightmares. He helps people, dying restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, he goes there. Everything's perfect. Things in the freezer, marked labels, all that good stuff.
Mm.
But in fact, it wasn't the executive restaurant they had a problem with. It was the two owners, because the night before Gordon Ramsay came to that restaurant, they were having dinner service, and the camera crew, they probably set up a few days before he arrives. Well, they were catching this guy ordering, these three guys actually ordering a pizza. Well, Amy, or now she's known as Crazy Amy for a reason. She, she works on one dish at a time, and it takes forever to get a fucking pizza out. So these guys get like 45 minutes. 45 minutes is a long time for a pizza.
Yeah.
So the guy goes to the to the register. He's asking, where's my pizza? I ordered this thing like an hour ago and it hasn't gotten here.
Mhm.
Well, next thing you know, Sammy, who does all the work because they don't give their waitresses tips, and they can't work anything. Pretty much, he starts flipping the fuck out on this guy. He's like, he's saying, "Fuck you! Get that fuck out! Get that fuck out!" And then next thing you know, you pay, get that fuck out. And then, call the police! Call the police! And I just thought to myself while watching this episode, I'm like, God damn, people are fucked up. And then, he goes there, and in like over 100 episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay actually walks away because they couldn't be helped. Then, next thing you know, those Amy's Baking Company on the internet blew up. Absolutely blew up. Next thing you know, they are on Dr. Phil. They're on a boatload of TV and news stations, and they don't like criticism. They say that like online reviewers are bullies. that deliberately say their food is disgusting and terrible just so they can be assholes. Even though
Arseholes.
did I say arseholes? Assholes.
Yeah.
Well, Gordon Ramsay tried their food. He hates it.
Yeah.
Didn't like that at all. And they were expecting, Gordon Ramsay was going to come there and say how good their food was. Well, that didn't happen. Pretty much I'm just going to sum up that episode. They go through a few nights of dinner service. It goes absolutely haywire. Sammy flips the fuck out. They fire a waitress for asking a single question. I'm not joking. One question.
Mm-hmm.
And, walks out, leaves. Then they do an update episode about May. And now they're trying to franchise things that were said on that show. Like, if you go on their website, they have shirts like, here's your pizza and get the fuck out and shit like that. They're trying to friggin' flaunt this shit off as profit.
Uh-huh.
And, fucking bloody hell, like, people already hate you now.
Yeah.
And, then they go on their Facebook and their Twitters. They're like, you are all idiots. We hate you all. And then they go a few days later and it's like, we were hacked. We were hacked. Even though they weren't hacked, they were just using that as an excuse.
Yeah, there's always, what company is it? There's always one big famous company that, there's always one big famous company on Twitter that, put up like funny statuses about celebrities and then they claim they were hacked.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who it is at this moment.
But, so pretty much, these are like, this is getting like they kind of died down a bit, but it's just funny though how some people can be fucking nuts.
Fucking nuts.
That's what I thought, because it's like, people just go there to see how they act.
Yeah.
95% of the people that go there say their food's terrible. They get fucking yelled at and they get thrown the fuck out. And it's pretty funny. On Dr. Phil absolutely ate him up alive. And
so what is this Dr. Phil?
we
don't have it over here.
Dr. Phil is, I don't really know. I don't even watch
like
Dr.
a reality TV show where like Judge Judy kind of thing?
Nah, Dr. Phil's kind of like advice person, kind of like Jerry.
Jeremy Kyle, Jerry Springer.
Well, it's kind of like a toned down Jerry Springer show.
Yeah,
but it has different topics than just cheating and racist and all.
You see, what I want to find out is there was this radio show. Someone showed it to me on a website and it was fucking awesome. It's where like boyfriends or girlfriends call in about their partners cheating and they embarrass them on a radio show.
Oh.
And it's broadcasted to millions and millions of people. And I just want to get into that again. And that is that's the shit that I kind of find entertaining. Is like when an ex or when a boyfriend finds or a girlfriend finds their boyfriend cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It is so funny to see how they act, and it's like, oh, she came on to me. Oh, he was eyeing me up. Oh, it was all her. And it's just so funny because there are so much bullshit. There's so much bullshit around that whole society of things in life.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't be afraid to stay single, guys. Rather than getting messed about, or girls. Like, don't rush into things. Take it at your own pace. It's one of the key lessons to life. Don't rush it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also forgot to mention that Gfinity's going on. So you are enjoying Call of Duty Ghost. Gfinity is going on, and if you're in America and you're watching this, then Gfinity may already be over because it's UK times.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't know what time it would be over there, but Gfinity is on. So just go to like mlg.tv or twitch.com/Gfinity. I guess if you want to go watch some competitive Call of Duty, Call of Duty Ghost there. Ooh, what an amazing game. We can all agree Ghost is an amazing game, right?
That's funny, Smithy. Did you just say Ghost is a good game?
Yeah, I said we can all agree that Ghost is an amazing game. Right?
Oh, no, man. Ghost is like, what's up? Ghost is like, what's up, y'all?
Where you been? Ghost is like... Ghost is terrible.
That's funny.
But, do you have any more topics?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright. I'm just gonna do a quick search here, just see what I can find, just in case there's anything. Ghost is that good that on PC they've just released the ability to reset stats, and they've also added orange hit markers. Yep. So you can now reset your stats on Call of Ghost.
Oh wow.
I'd actually rather be at level 1 than fucking level 46 than what I am, because level 46 would show that I actually played the game. I don't want to be known to playing the game because it's that bad. In fact, I've actually deleted it off my PS4. It was like 60 odd gig, and I was like, you know what? Fuck Ghost. I hate Ghost. You're gone. So if I want to play that again, I have to install it again. Which is another thing I hate about these next-gen consoles. How you have to get the disc and install it. Like, what? Like, you're expecting me to install it to my hard drive now? Like, no. It never used to do that. What it used to do is you put a game in your PS3 and it downloads the latest patch and it saves the game data. But now it saves the fucking game actual to your fucking hard drive. Oh god. It's just so bad. Well, it can be so bad, but I mean, I think gotta get like a 3 terabyte hard drive. But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna leave episode 8 there. Next week we will have a brand new intro. Now, I could give a spoiler alert to what our intro will be like. Do you want to know what our intro will be like, Stephen?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so here is what our intro will be like. The scope of it is a simple concept. The cameras is going to be panning up a tower with a Red Bull hat. Hang on, wait for it, because my page just decided to refresh and fuck me over. With a Red Bull hat will light up. The light will completely fill the screen with light until it dims down, showing the Gamers Podcast. Along with the same tower on it, and then there will be a circular of frequency, etc. So there's also going to be music in it as well. So there's going to be an awesome intro. I'm quite sure of it coming for the Gamers Podcast. And because me and Stephen, we discussed last week. We had a 5-hour, well, not 5-hour show, but we had a 2-hour show, but our call went on for 5 hours. And we got talking about certain things. So we may as well give you like a podcast update to things, I guess. So right now, it's just me and Stephen doing the podcast. I think me and Stephen have pretty much, we've come to a settlement that we feel as if me and him are can do this thing together.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly feel comfortable doing the show together, just me and him. And then what we are going to do is every so many episodes we want to have a guest on, and then we want to do me and Steven again, and then for a few episodes, and then get another guest on a couple of episodes down the line. Because I think me and Steven are very dedicated to the show, and we can work around the clock. And me and Steven like doing the podcast. And we did have, it was originally me, David, and Steven, but David's busy at the moment with life, and
yeah, that's not his fault, but
yeah. So David, if he ever wants to come back on the show, or if he's just too busy, he will. But anyway, guys, we are going to end it here. Just thought you'd give you an episode, just in case you're wondering where the original cast is. And Eddie started his own podcast, although Eddie said he would come on if we ever asked him to come on. So there are still chances of Eddie coming on from time to time, or whatnot. But me and Steven, we're just going to wing it with me and him every week. And then we'll have some guests on in the middle of shows. And we are going to leave it there, guys. So thank you for watching. Hope that you did enjoy. Sorry about the internet cut, if you did notice that. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Be sure to check out the original Gamers podcast playlist. That'll be in the description, where you can watch all of listen to, should we say, the other 7 episodes of this, reasonable entertainment, and you can relive some of the highlights of podcasts. But we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in, and subscribe if you are new for the show. Peace. You want to say something, Stephen?
No.
You don't want to say bye?